Hey guys, today I'm going to show you a basic ballet performance look that I did for the Nutcracker in 2010. This is a preference of what my teacher at the time had us do, but it's not what everyone has you do. But I just wanted to share it because it was just the first thing I learned how to do and it's a good basic. So let's get started. Okay, so first I'm going to show you how to do a basic ballet bun. A lot of you probably already know how to do this, but we're just going to go over it for those of you who don't. So in my ballet program, when we did performances, we had to have everything slicked back. No braids, no bangs, no poofs, no parts. So just comb it all straight back towards the point of your ponytail. It was also usually a preference to have your bun kind of just centered on the back of your head. You don't want it up here and you don't want it all the way down there. Different ballet teachers will give a preference though, and they'll let you know what they want you to do. So me personally, I usually put in hairspray after I have it brushed back, unless I'm having difficulties, and then I'll put it in before and after. So now I'm gonna grab my hairspray. All right, so I just spray some and I use my fingernails to kind of comb it back. Personally, I prefer aerosol because it just seems a lot easier. And then you wanna get the underside, the back of your head as well. So I'm just gonna spray that. Same method of combing with my fingernails. All right, so now that I have it slicked back, there are a couple different methods I've done. One of them is to use a bun maker. There's a couple different styles of them, but I don't want to show you that today because I want to show you how to do it completely on your own and very secure. So I've got a big old box of bobby pins here because I have very thick hair. So I just use the normal size. And you usually want to pick ones that are the same color as your hair. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ponytail and twist it. And then once it's twisted, I'm going to start laying it down. And I kind of have to retwist it a little bit as I go around. Sometimes it is a problem if you have layers. I have a few right now, so it makes it a little harder. That means you'll probably want more hairspray or mousse. And I tuck the tail under. So now that I have this basic shape, I'm not showing it to you because my hand's holding it. You then take your bobby pins and let's see if you can see this. So I kind of put them in the side and then I tuck them under. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, so now that I have my bun up, you can tell that I still have some wispies that are coming down again. So that's why I bring the hairspray back in. Some people are wearing makeup by now, some people aren't, but either way it's nice to shield their face if you're doing someone else's, or if you're doing your own, sometimes it's just nice not to get shocked in the face with some hairspray. And for ballet, with all of the dancing, we really lacquered our hair down pretty thick. So that it wouldn't come out during a performance. And I'm spraying my bun now too, and then I just kind of swoop my finger down from the center of the bun to the edges. Something that my ballet school did a lot is that for performances, we would wear hairnets over our buns. And so I would do my whole bun, and then I would take the hairnet and usually fold it in half, kind of like those twistable ball ends, and then put it over my bun and put a few more bobby pins in. That way your hairnet is not being held hostage by all of the bobby pins that you have to put in for your bun, and it's a little easier to put your bun together. So that's what we would do. So not too difficult, just kind of a basic bun. I've got some scraggles here, but that would be fixed with a hairnet. So next we'll do makeup. So now we're gonna do makeup. You always wanna start with some sort of foundation or primer. It helps set your makeup. So what I do is I put on just a basic foundation. Make sure you get one that's your skin tone. You don't want one that's too light or too dark. And then once I put my foundation on, I put a powder on. Sometimes I use translucent. This one's just a skin colored, just a super basic setting powder. And when I put on my foundation, I just use a cheap one of these Walmart sponges, but I do get it really wet first and then I squeeze it out so it's moist. It helps me blend my foundation in better. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that real quick and then we can move on from there. I am starting with just a basic brown palette, and what my dance teacher would have us do is we would fill in our eyebrows so that way you stand out more on stage when you're far away from an audience and you don't look like you have a blank face. And as you can tell, part of my eyebrows are a lot thinner, so I fill that in a lot more for stage makeup. I don't usually do this for normal day-to-day makeup though, because people are close enough to me they can see my face. Okay, anyway, so I just have this white color and I'm just gonna put it under my eyebrows, and it's gonna look like I'm putting a ton on, but that's because that's how we did it for ballet, so people can see your face. So I'm also gonna put it on my eyelid because later I'm gonna be creating a really subtle smoky eye, just super, super basic. So I'm getting it on my eyelid, but then also in this area right here, right under your eyebrow. Okay, now that I have that on, I'm gonna go back to my little brown palette. And I'm just going to put a little bit of this light color here. It doesn't have to be shimmery, just a light color. And I'm gonna put it just on the edges, just super basic. Nothing too fancy, it just helps shadow your eye so that, again, it gets outlined more and people in the audience can see your face. So then we would do eyeliner. I have always used liquid eyeliner. When I started doing ballet, I used the type where you dip it into the bottle, but now I use just these like felt-like pens. I've gone through many different brands, just pick up what you like. So when I was in ballet, we did more of like an Egyptian eye, and that would help open up your eye so that your eyes don't look as tiny to the audience. So we're just gonna start with the top and then go to the bottom. So now that you have the basic shape of your eyelid here, we would take a tail out. Not like a winged tip, not cat eye, just take it out. Okay, so now we're gonna do the bottom, and we're gonna take it out similar way. We're gonna do the wing out as well, but it's gonna have a gap in between them, and that's where it comes in of making your eye look a little bigger to the audience, because otherwise your eyes might look really tiny. Okay, so I usually make the bottom one just a tiny bit shorter. They're really similar here. Sometimes you do a bigger gap. It just kind of depends. So now we're gonna do the other side. Now I'm gonna do blush. It's broken, it's sad, but this is the same color of blush I've used for a really long time. Just super basic, super cheap. And in ballet, you do want a lot of blush usually to really highlight your cheeks. It's kind of like contouring your face. So I just brush it along my cheekbones. Again, I'm not a professional makeup artist. This is just what I've done. So this is just to maybe help you out if you want some ideas, or if you're maybe learning how to do makeup for the first time. Some ballet companies will have you pick a specific color some theater companies would have you do that too. But this is just what I've done. So next we're gonna do false eyelashes. Not everybody loves these. They can be tricky. I just get basic, just something easy from Walmart. This is also the type of glue I use. Just super basic, super cheap. It's whatever. Most false eyelashes are just automatically the right size for some people. But if you need to, there are, you can trim them. I am not an expert in that. Don't ask me to show you how to do that. But other people on YouTube can show you how to do that. Eyelashes are specific to which eye, so you want to make sure you check. They'll automatically be on here, but if you use them before, don't mix them up. The shorter lashes will go on the inside of your eye and the longer on the outside. So I have got an eyelash and some glue. And what I do is I just kind of squeeze it out just so I get like this little bead or bubble. And I just carefully kind of paint or drag that along this thicker part of my eyelashes, the part that will be touching my eyes. You don't want it too thick, but you want enough that it's gonna stick. And don't worry about trying to be super fast with this. It's not like super glue, you will have time. And then what I do is I hold either end and I kind of curve it a little bit because it's gonna be curved when it's on your eye. Sorry, there we go, kind of curve it a little bit. And then I actually blow on it a little bit because if you get it dry just for a few seconds, it gets tacky so that it doesn't just smear all over your eye, which would mess up the eyeliner you've already done. But that way it sticks better. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and just put both of them on and then we'll go from there. All right, so now that you have them on, first of all, if you get any glue in different places, you can kind of see on this eye. It looks white, but it will dry clear, so don't worry about that. Also, if you mess up and you have to try again and it means you have to retouch your makeup, don't feel bad. It happens to all of us at least once, probably more. It happens to me a lot, so don't feel bad. Okay, so my ballet teachers always had us use just a really basic red color. I usually used Kissable Shine Proof or whatever it's called. I think it's by CoverGirl. I have used Lip Sense. This one is just Bare Minerals. It's just a random red lipstick I have. So, you know, putting on lipstick, you know how to do that. So some ballet teachers might have you do different amounts of some of these colors. They might be darker, they might be different shades. So it really does depend on what company you're with. But this is just a super basic look. It's the first stage look I ever learned how to do, so I just wanted to share it with you guys and look forward to the next video. Thanks, bye!